Today I'm going to show you a quick and simple but highly effective and unique warm-up program that would be ideal to do before you go out walking, running, hiking, anything where you want to feel connected to a sense of stability in your core body, your legs, your hips, your shoulders, and also feel like your senses are with you and supporting you on this adventure that you're going to take. So we're going to start with pace. So a sip of water to begin. And then into our brain buttons. We're really using this simple pace sequence to tune us into our senses and keep us connected to an awareness while we're out in nature, because being in nature is such a gift to our nervous system. And then switching to the other side. Now, if you want, you can take your eyes side to side, but that's not required, of course. Do what feels best to you. And then into our cross crawl. So whichever variation of cross crawl you want to do, I personally love doing a little bit more vigorous one, taking the arm and leg a little higher, a little deeper to kind of get myself warmed up. And because we want our joints, especially of our hips and pelvis and knees and ankles, to show up for us with stability, we're going to stay here and do an isometric. Press hand into thigh, thigh into hand, hold for 6 seconds, and then other side. Now the standing leg is working on some ankle stability too, as you can see. I'm working that. Let's do it at least one more time on each side. Deep breath, and then the other side. And then let's go into our balance button. Not traditionally in pace, but really fantastic to have in this particular sequence. One hand on the belly button, 2 fingers behind the ears, because we want to have our best balance. Because maybe you're going on flat terrain, or maybe today's the day you're going to take it and challenge yourself a little bit or explore a new area. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Feeling this opportunity to get really grounded, feet out on the floor. Now you can use these balance buttons anytime while you're out there. Let's say you see some terrain ahead that looks challenging to your balance. Pause before you start to go up that terrain and do your balance buttons. Now, this is the exercise. This is why I'm standing in this doorway / hallway. This is kind of ideal because it's a narrow hallway. But this is the exercise I created now that's an isometric to fire up contra-lateral, opposite arm and leg, and stabilize the pelvis and the spine and help those joints feel a sense of safety through the isometric. And remember, our nervous system loves oppositional movement. So you could do this on a door frame or find a hallway that's not too wide. And you don't want your door frame to be too wide either. You're going to press opposite hand and leg into the wall. It does require some of that balance, so that's part of why we did balance buttons before. And then go ahead and switch to the other side. And again, we're alternating this. Now, if it feels like your space is too wide, you can always shorten it up a little bit by going closer to the side with the leg, and the arm will reach a little further. So make it work for you. And if you want to take it a little further, you could take the arm up and go into the isometric this way. So you've got more of the side body engaging. So play with that and make it your own. And again, you could do this in a door jam. You would just open the door and find the spot to press in, and then of course other side. I'm going to close this door just to keep our lights somewhat controlled for this video. And then the next thing we're going to do is go into the moro. So you turn the legs out, soften, bend them. You could do this seated, but we want to work on that upright awareness and posture before we get out in the world doing our activity. So we're opening the chest. We have goalpost arms, chin up, eyes up, deep, deep breath. And then rolling in. Spine is long, chin is tucked. This is going to help us access our most authentic, organic, deepest breath, which we'll need for our activity. It's also going to help us move out of survival, fight, flight, freeze, so that we can be in that peaceful place as we enjoy our activity. And it's also going to be supportive for the upper mid spine, which is really, really important. And the whole spine actually benefits from this. So I'm just doing 3, but you could definitely do more. And this is something that you also can stop during your adventure, your hike, whatever you're doing, and do a little bit more of it when you need a little boost to your nervous system. Maybe you need some endurance. Maybe your spine's getting fatigued. So that's a great one you could do then. So let's finish going into a hookup, crossing one leg over. Bring the arms in front like you're gonna clap but miss. Interlace, bring them together, shoulders relaxed, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now ideally you would do this whole sequence outside before you go and be looking at nature, taking in all the sensory experiences. But I'm just doing it here because this is where I have a door frame or a hallway I can do this in right now. I actually am in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, pretty far out, 9 hours away from home in Houghton. And I'm super excited to do some really interesting hikes here, some kayaking, and you better believe I'm gonna be doing all of these tools myself so that my brain, my body, my nervous system are all supporting me and allowing me to feel my best. Going into phase 2 of our hookup, and just, again, feel that sensation of the feet are grounded. One last thing before we finish, 2 fingers on the chin, 1 hand on the belly button. If your wrist permits, point the hand down. These are earth buttons from Brain Gym, very grounding. And it's important to get grounded before you try to go out there and interface with nature. And of course, we can do this on the other side. So give it a try. I hope this serves you well. You can always pick out little pieces to repeat after your adventure, walk, hike, whatever you do. You can do parts of it during. I cannot wait to hear how this shifts things for you. So let me know, send an email, leave a message in our Facebook group, however you want to do that so that we can hear about your adventures. Plus, send us a picture of where you're going hiking or walking, even if it's around your hometown. Let's see where you're taking your adventures and using your nervous system integration out in the world.